What's going on, Red Wings fans? Welcome inside Little Caesars Arena for this edition of the Forecheck. I'm Daniella Bruce, and as always, I'm alongside Ken Kal, your Red Wings radio play-by-play announcer. Ken, I'm a little sad today. It's actually my last show, my last game of the season, so I'm feeling a little sentimental.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to miss you next week, and unfortunately, we're not having a show when the Red Wings take on those Tampa Bay Lightning, but wherever you're going, I hope you have a good time and enjoy the sunshine.
Oh, I definitely will be enjoying the sunshine, but I'll miss you guys. It's been a strange season, and I'm excited to move forward and hopefully welcome everybody back to the arena next season. But it's been awesome that we were able to do it and do everything that we have done so far.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's going to be a busy off season.
Oh, it
and
will
an interesting one at that.
And it's going to move quick. We're going to be talking about training camp before you know it, Ken. So
development camp, camp, prospects tournament. It's going to be all in there.
That's right. But we do have a game tonight against the Dallas Stars, and the Red Wings are coming off a great performance on Thursday against Dallas, and it was a 7-3 final score. The first time the Red Wings have scored 7 goals since November of 2017, Ken.
Yeah, been a long time, and what's surprising, the Dallas Stars have only given up 5 or more goals just 3 times this year, and they had an 8-game point streak going into that hockey game before losing to Detroit, and a lot of that relied on their solid goalkeeping, which really wasn't very solid in that last game.
A lot of times this season, we have found ourselves talking about the Red Wings bouncing back after a not-so-great performance, which is what happened in Dallas on Tuesday night. They come out on Thursday, and they were on fire.
Yeah, how about Vrana? He was on fire, too. 4 goals, first time in his career he did that. Second career hat trick for him, and good to see Richard Panik get a goal, too.
Yeah, and they were really good defensively as well. But taking a look at Vrana's highlights, as you mentioned, Ken, he had 4 goals on the game. That was his first career 4-goal game. He now has 6 points in 5 games with the Red Wings.
And he scored 4 different ways when you think about it. There's a shot right there from the inside rim of the right circle, and he beat the goaltender Hudobin in the opening period. Now he fires one up in the upper right-hand corner. I'll tell you what, he has been a terrific player since coming over from the Washington Capitals.
And great to see the chemistry between him and Filip Zadina. Here was his second goal on the night, and it was a deflection off Danny DeKeyser.
Yeah, and he was in good position right there. And DeKeyser had 2 assists in that hockey game, too, and the whole blue line core really chipped in offensively.
Yeah, they did. Gus Lindstrom also added 2 assists, and now Vrana's 3rd goal of the night. Can't believe we're not done talking about him yet, but goal number 3, he makes the play on his own and heads in on a breakaway and finishes.
This was my favorite right there as he steals the puck, and he can finish. That's one thing I've noticed about him in the games he played in Detroit. When he gets that opportunity, and we saw him score his first goal as a Red Wing on a breakaway as well, he finishes the play, and that's good to see.
He has a lot of speed, Ken. That's one thing I've noticed, especially that he can make plays like that. Like you said, he totally stole the puck, and his 4th and final goal of the night came off a rebound.
It really did, and again, it was DeKeyser getting the shot on goal. And what I like about this play is he read it beautifully. He knew where the rebound was going to be, Vrana. He moved right into that spot and banged it home for his 4th goal of the game.
So we're talking about all the offense that we saw out of the Red Wings here, and of course it was Vrana that led the way for the Red Wings, but they were really good defensively too, and Coach Blashill talked a lot about the defensive collapse, I guess you could call it, after Tuesday's game, and they came out a lot better on Thursday.
They really did, and that's a sign of a team that's really learning and knowing how to win, and it's not going to happen overnight. It usually happens in baby steps, but you have to like that about the Red Wing team, and it's not just the last game, it's been all season long. Whenever they had a subpar performance, they bounced back and took it upon themselves to play with a lot of effort and a lot of skill, and they ended up winning the hockey game.
And doing that after finding out that their captain, Dylan Larkin, was going to be out for the rest of the season, Tyler Bertuzzi out for the rest of the season, Bobby Ryan, Franz Nielsen also added to that list, and Robbie Fabry is still not available.
And those are really solid hockey players, and when you think about it all season long, the Red Wings really haven't had what I would like to call a full team. And when you miss players like Fabry for an extended period, Dylan Larkin, especially Tyler Bertuzzi, because he was on fire in his first 5 or 6 games before that injury, and you really miss him out there on the ice. And somehow, it's an opportunity for other players to step in, and certainly we're seeing that right now.
That we are, Ken, and another positive about this season is the progression that the team has made in comparison to last year. Right now, the Red Wings are at 17 wins in just 49 games. The Red Wings had 17 wins in 71 games last season.
And you can see the improvement overall. And what I noticed really about the way the Red Wings have played is they've improved defensively, and especially getting the puck out of their own zone. They've gotten pretty solid goalkeeping from Bernier and Thomas Greiss throughout the course of the regular season. Of course, a lot of times times it didn't work out, but for the most part, they've been pretty solid. And right now, if you look at the goaltender save percentages, they're over 90%, which is good.
So, Ken, we're seeing progression as a team. We're also seeing progression from individual players like Filip Zadina. He addressed the media earlier today and talked about his development.
That would be really nice to score more goals, but I really like the way I'm playing lately, and it doesn't matter that I'm not scoring the goals. I'm just glad that I'm getting the chances, trying to be a little bit more dangerous than I was, and all of a sudden, like, we were winning, right? I mean, that's all that matters right now, and we just want to have fun from hockey, not having fun that I scored 2 goals and we lost, right? It's not that fun. It just it's the point is like winning the games and making the team better. When the team's better, I'll probably make more goals or whatever. It doesn't really matter. I just like the way we playing lately, and we've been good.
Filip Zadina really talking about, Ken, his development in other areas of his game. We know that he can score goals. He hasn't found the score sheet as much as he would have liked to, but the development elsewhere has been great.
Certainly has been, and I like his overall defensive game and really coming back hard from the offensive zone to the defensive zone. And a lot of times we've seen him rushing back down towards his own zone to help the defenseman out and stealing pucks. And that means you're working really hard. And again, I've always been a proponent of when you play solid defensively, you'll get your chances offensively.
So, Ken, we have game 4 of 4 in this little mini playoff series, as we're calling it, between the Red Wings and the Stars tonight. I could imagine that the Stars are a little frustrated with what happened on Thursday night, so they're probably going to come out pretty strong.
Despite the loss, I thought they played a pretty solid hockey game. Their goaltending really let them down in that last game, Daniela. But overall, would they have 46 shots on goal? That's amazing. And, Greiss was equal to the task as he was stopping 43 of those 46 shots. So it's not that they played a bad game. I thought in the second period they came out and really took it to the Red Wings. They had 19 shots on goal. But with that said, the Red Wings didn't give an inch, and they scored 2, we scored 1, and, the Red Wings stood with them. So I expect a bounce-back performance for the Dallas Stars tonight just because of the fact that they're in the playoff race right now and every point means so much to them.
Ken, the other thing about that game is that Dallas scored 2 power play goals as well. So when you're connecting on the power play, you're getting 46 shots on net. It's hard to believe you lose that game.
Really? Yeah. And, the guy that didn't score the power play goal but had a goal in the game was Joe Pavelski, and he has 20 goals on the season. 11 of those 20 goals came on the power play. But special teams, they're really solid, I think, right now. Dallas, they're scoring on the power play. Their penalty kill has been pretty solid over their last 5 games. So, they've got 2 areas of their games going on specialty teams, and that can win you some points.
And you mentioned Joe Pavelski being a solid player for the Dallas Stars. Let's take a look at Miro Heiskanen, too, who really is holding down that blue line for the Stars, and he played just over 26 minutes on Thursday. But, Ken, that's really not surprising. He's been doing that in every game all season.
He's one of those guys you'd like to have on your team, and we have one in Filip Zadina, but he doesn't play on a regular basis 25, 26 minutes a game. But that means he's out there and he's doing a lot of wonderful things for the Dallas Stars. What I like about Heiskanen is that he's a good puck mover. He's solid in his own end, and he can make that first pass to the forwards and get them on their way. And whether he's playing on a regular shift or on the power play, he's really dangerous, kind of quarterback in that power play along with John Klingberg.
And back to the offensive side of things, another weapon, Denis Gurianov, has 7 points in the last 5 games for Dallas.
He's been a Red Wing killer. I'll tell you what, he finds the net, and that slap shot goal that he had, just a thing of beauty. And you don't really see this during a game. It's like a lot of times in preseason or just messing around after practice, but he unleashed a wicked drive, and I think it kind of surprised Thomas Greiss. That was a heck of a shot.
It was a beautiful shot. You could tell Thomas Greiss was like, whoa, I barely saw that coming. It was beautiful. He picked the corner.
He could fire the puck, and I just remember an old Red Wing back on the blue line used to do the same thing. Reed Larson, Paul Woods' teammate, and he could really fire the puck, and that was a hard slap shot right there.
Yeah, he's definitely a player the Red Wings are going to have to look out for tonight. Can you mention the struggles that we saw from Dallas's goaltending on Thursday night? We got word that Anton Hudobin is going to be in net again. He struggled in the first period, but I'd imagine, like the entire Dallas team, he wants to bounce back tonight.
Yeah, that goal that he gave up to the Red Wing player,
Richard Panik,
right. That was something that I know he wanted to have back, and that proved to be a big goal for the Red Wings right there because it gave them the 3-0 lead. But, it's good for him to come back. After a bad performance, you want to come back and prove to your team that was just a fluke and that you're ready to go in this game tonight.
And really, Hudobin and Ottinger have both been good this season, especially with Ben Bishop being a player for Dallas who will not return this season.
Yeah, and goalkeeping is what's really going to keep the Dallas Stars in the playoff hunt right now, I think. And if they get solid goalkeeping the rest of the way, they're going to be fighting for that final playoff position along with the Nashville Predators.
And on the other end of the ice for the Red Wings, we're going to see Jonathan Bernier in net tonight. So that's exciting. Again, both goaltenders. Each of these teams have two reliable goaltenders.
And Jonathan Bernier has been solid all season long. His record is 9-9, and recently he really hasn't posted the victories, but he keeps the Red Wings in the game, and that's one thing that you really want to see from a goalkeeper. We saw it from Thomas Greiss, and as long as you can make those big saves early on, keep your team in the game, and then if you counter and connect with your chances, then that's all you ask from your goalkeeper.
And Ken, you saw his numbers there against the Dallas Stars in 20 games played. He has a .913 save percentage, so he plays the Stars well.
Yeah, and he's got a shutout to boot, and that's pretty good. His save percentage is really good. And again, I'm expecting a good goaltending duel today. Yeah. I don't think it's going to be a blowout like we saw either way that we saw in the last game, but I just think it's going to be a tightly contested hockey game and could go down to wire, and it could even go into overtime.
Ken, let's wrap this thing up with taking a look at the Central Division standings because it's going to get interesting here in the remaining couple weeks of the season. The Dallas Stars are 4 points behind the Nashville Predators, but they have a couple of games at hand. And Nashville has been playing really well, too. This just goes to show that Dallas is definitely frustrated with dropping a game to the Red Wings on Thursday night because that could have put them within 2 points of Nashville.
Every point is critical right now for not only the Dallas Stars, but for the Nashville Predators, too. And I just look at how Dallas has been playing over the last couple of weeks. They're playing 4 games a week. I mean, that's got to take its toll. We're starting to see some of the players on Dallas playing a little bit hurt. Rope Hintz isn't 100%. There's a few others out there, but they've got to play because they're important cogs to the team, and they need to win some hockey games if they want to make the playoffs. And the thing about the Nashville Predators is they've got some home games remaining on their schedule. Dallas Stars go home. They play 2 home games, Daniela. Their final 7 are on the road. They've got a couple of games against Tampa Bay. It's going to be tough. It really is. And one game, a big game coming up against the Nashville Predators.
Ken, the good news for the Stars is that it looks like they'll probably have Tyler Seguin back at some point this season. Monday is the earliest he could return, but we're expecting to see him make his return too.
And we talk about Dylan Larkin, about how the team's shutting him down. On the other side of the coin, you've got the Dallas Stars in that playoff hunt. And even if Tyler Seguin's not 100%, I think they're a better team with him in the lineup at 80%. So they need some points. They need to try to climb up that ladder and make it to that final playoff spot.
With that being said, Ken, the Red Wings have some great opportunities to play spoiler in the remainder of their season. They have Dallas tonight. Next week, they play the Carolina Hurricanes and then wrap up their home games with the Tampa Bay Lightning in a 2-game series on Saturday and Sunday. So, yeah, a lot of fun and a lot of good chances to play spoiler for the Red Wings. What do you want to see out of them, starting with tonight?
Well, again, just come out there and play the same way that they did. And I don't think you're going to get 4 goals from any Red Wing tonight. I hope
Really?
you do. I hope you do. I really like the offense. And I just think the key to tonight's game, Daniela, is the number 3. And you know what that means. When the Red Wings score 3 goals or more, they're 16-1-1 on the season. So let's get the 3 in the opening period, and then you can put on cruise control. Right?
I like that. Yeah, no, yeah, that's it. If you get 3 in the first, it's over. It's over, right?
Just get the 3.
Well, everybody, you can catch tonight's game on Bally Sports Detroit. Puck drop is 7 p.m. You can also listen to 97.1 The Ticket and listen to your very own Ken Kal, who I have been honored to spend another season with here on the Forecheck. It's been great, a lot of fun bringing you guys all of the Red Wings news. I'm going to miss it, Ken.
I'm going to miss you too, and I know you're going to have fun wherever you're going. You wouldn't tell me, but I know it's somewhere warm.
I have a wedding in Clearwater Beach in Florida. So
I told you, somewhere
I'm going to
warm.
enjoy some sunshine and watch 2 of my good friends get married. So it'll be fun.
It's been a pleasure. You made it a lot easy for me here on the TV side of it. Normally, I'm a radio guy, right?
Yeah, well, yes, but you're a
That's it.
TV guy now, too. You just have to accept it.
I guess I do. You're a good teacher here. Yeah.
All right, and everybody, make sure you're downloading Hockeytown Home Ice, and you can tune into that while you're watching the game at home or listening to the game. And we have a lot of fun interactive interactive things on there. Art Regner, myself, and Jason Woolley will be on there today. And a chance to win some Red Wings tickets to our remaining home games, which there aren't very many left, so that'd be fun to get down to a game.
Yeah, absolutely. And I really hope we see the fans coming back next year, right?
Yes, definitely. That's the number one thing. I miss it. I miss the packed arena.
Yeah, and we have such loyal fans here in Detroit, and I know if you're viewing us right now, you want to get down to a game. Hopefully we get through this COVID situation, and then next year we can fill up this arena, and we'd love to have you here for the games and so you can root on your Red Wings.
Yes, we miss you guys. We appreciate you guys, and thank you for tuning into the Forecheck all season long. We'll see you next year.